Well, this was going to be the prelude to beers of the Beano, 22nd August 26, John Wallace Linton, Newport. But I honestly can't be bothered, so it's just the start of beers of the Beano. Same place, same date. And it's all about football. I arrived here early. There was a policeman close by. Came in. There were two West Ham fans. Now I remember from the Queen's Hotel days that West Ham fans used to meet there before they got on the train, and went to London. However, big gang of lads outside in orange. Newport County's colours. They're away today, but they're away at Bristol Rovers and the John Wallace Linton just next to the station. It's packed. There are tons of county fans here. They're all having full English and lager. It's a watershed. I know they're not Premiership. Fantasy football last night. Hats off to the Sun for not getting the leagues to work properly. However, I am in joint 7th place on the Premiership one with Tom Merritt of the Daily Tech News Show. So, the problem is huge queues in the bar. You have to get a gap and then get your fine ales in. So this is Granny Wouldn't Like It. Wolf's Brewery, 4.8% alcohol by volume. And the way it looks, I might just sit here until just before 10 and then go to the Pen and Wig. So, it says oaky. Yeah, I would say oaky. I'm not sure if it's going over a bit. There's a hint of vinegar. But I love vinegar, so I don't really care. However, I can say B plus and a bit, because it's B plus and a bit light. Yeah. No, that's it. Okay. Possibly see you in the Pen and Wig next. Tipplers. An oasis of calm. Also nowhere near the railway station. And it's open slightly before 10 o'clock. Okay, so you saw the outside. It's the Pen and Wig, Stow Hill, Newport. The home of cask. It's great show. And they do camera discount. And, okay, it's sort of, but geographical. This is Sabbath from the Tudor Brewery in Llanhilleth, which is head north, follow the smell of burning mountains. It's a Black Forest Gatto Stout at 4%. And I think to myself, okay, dog days of summer. Why exactly? However, 4%, so sessionable, light, not a festive brew. It's actually quite light-bodied, but you have a lot of cherries. There's burnt notes in there, a gentle bitterness, and I'm now getting an earthiness. It's kind of really good. One that you'd sit back on and just watch the world go by, or worry about your fantasy football team. which I am mid-table mediocrity at the moment. To be honest, I'm quite happy with that. So, yeah, B plus and a bit and a touch. That is the old... Am I allowed to say Imperial? Because, you know... Anyway, 3.4 out of 5, hard marker, Untappd. Yeah. I can just sit here and drink this, and I... Obviously. But it's like, yeah... This is the sort of thing that you would just look back on and think, good times. Very good times. Yeah, I've moved. I used to sit over that way, nearly in the window, but now this is darker. Kind of like darkness. And we're nearly... Well, let's think about it. Next weekend, bank holiday weekend. Hopefully this time next week my car will have been properly serviced and passed the MOT. I mean, I don't do enough mileage really, but you know. And I will be hitting the Oktoberfest beers. And then I will go back to work after the bank holiday, and it will be autumn. I'm thinking an Indian summer. I love Indian summers. Warm, but not excessively so. And then cool evenings as the sun just goes down. And of course you've got the politics. Party conferences. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with the party conferences. I really do. Anyway, new job starts on Monday. Another new job. That'll be interesting. And of course, football this afternoon. I need to keep an eye on Newport County. Born in Newport, you see. Right, I just burble incoherently, but I enjoy it. Cheers, tipplers. I don't want to say game on, but game on. Sitting in a pub, Saturday, it is Saturday lunchtime, early, about to watch the 12:30 kickoff Premiership, Hull versus Man United. No sound, just the noise of people ordering, people laughing, people enjoying themselves. And here come Man United. And there are two ladies. I don't know what they're saying because there's no sound. There's no subtitles either, which I don't really mind. I'm not sure about Man United's kit, to be honest. It's more black than red. But they Tielemans. I think I have Tielemans in my squad. Anyway, I have been neglecting the fine ales. QPA from the Quantock Brewery. 4% alcohol by volume. If you like your beers hoppy, slightly tingly, some really in-depth sweet malt, some fruitiness, B plus and a bit and a touch. It is really fruity and hoppy. Cask, of course. That is really good. That is, Just football's back, beer's back. I think there's a wedding thing going on round here as well. Enjoy yourself while you can. I certainly am. Anyway, comments, of course, very welcome. Enjoy your fine ale, Tipplers.